It was 2013, and I led a rally after the non-guilty verdict of George Zimmerman for the murder of Trayvon Martin. It was during Ramadan, so my energy was low, but my spirit was high. So at that time in Crutch Park, downtown, led a rally with a couple of people that was as outraged as I am. And I got off that stage and started to think about, well, did I do the right thing? And will it make a everlasting impact? A couple months later, it kind of died down. But then Mike Brown was killed in Ferguson, 2014. And my spirits were up again. It was fiery, but I was in good spirits. We decided to go to Ferguson during the weekend of resistance, a couple of months after his death, organized with the locals there, and we led a protest in front of the Ferguson police building. There were hundreds of us singing, some crying. There was a spiritual element there that I can't describe. It transcends any kind of faith and religion. It was just spiritual. They were playing all kinds of music, from Public Enemy to NWA, and we felt good, though we was on the front lines of somebody who was our Emmett Till, Mike Brown. A couple hours later, we had two guns pointed at us from neighboring buildings, and they were sniper rifles. And like the rally in Ferguson and the rally in Knoxville, all the stories I heard, all the stories I read, all the talks from Mr. Rollins, Avon Rollins, about what happened then, I'm living it. I'm seeing it. And if we ever fantasize about our role in the 1960s and 70s, well, in those streets, our answer was right in front of us. And I could have very well lost my life with wrong move. And I started to realize again how sacrifice is. I didn't know there was going to be any guns pointed at us, but I knew it was the right thing to do for a person that I don't know, I will never know. But I had mentees his age, and I couldn't bear to lose any of them to any kind of violence. So fighting for him was like fighting for any of my mentees. So we came back with a decision and a motivation to take the lessons from Mike Brown, his death, and apply it to Knoxville. A lot of issues going on in Knoxville, but there was no collective movement at that time. There hasn't been for a couple of decades prior. And with all the elders I talked to, whether it's Mr. Rollins or the Jim Lawsons, and their story ends with us. And we came back, started to address school to prison pipeline, gentrification, house discrimination, workers' rights, immigrant issues. This was the ultimate time to bring about change, and our age group was going to do it. And all the lessons that we were taught by people before, we have been applying that, and those actions echo now. So though any one of us could have lost our lives, I could have lost mine, and with the death threat I received for my article about Trayvon Martin, saying I was just like him, that racism and bigotry and the forces behind it will do everything to destroy you. And once you overcome that and win, because we will win, that the people coming after us will have the knowledge and the strength to take on the next iteration of oppression, because it will come. I believe we will win. We won before in the 60s, we won before in the 70s, even the 80s and 90s. And we will win again and hopefully it wouldn't take any more blood to do it. But all these deaths that we have suffered, they will not be in vain because we did something about it for people that we will never know for generations to come.